Hello, everyone. This is a testing. This is testing. Um, my first time here, so pardon me. I might have only one person here, which is gonna be Troy. I think he will be the first one. Come on, guys. Anyway, this is just a testing. You will not break my heart if you're not gonna be able to join me. I may have to adjust my timing though, because as we speak, it's about 9:28 in the morning 9:28 in the morning EST. So in the Philippines, um, they are 13 hours ahead. So meaning to say, as we speak, it's actually about 9:28 here in US of A, Georgia. So I will see how it goes because I do not know the time where my friends or my subscribers live. Anyway, I'm still here. Hey Troy, what's up with you? You work at night? You work night shift, huh? I did that for about almost 20 years. And you must be feeling awful right now. Sometimes I work three nights in a row, 12 hours. And it just kills me. But for 20 years, actually, um, I did it because of our conflicting schedule with my husband. And I was making a little bit more money waiting at the time clock. Oh, sweetheart. Anyway, I know you're tired. First time, Troy, first time. There's always going to be a first time. Hello, Dale. How are you? Anyway, where are you at? Is it in the Philippines? Anyway, we live in the southern part of the Philippines. So that's in Mindanao. We had built us a house, but it's about 95% finished. Ah, you are from Alabama, huh? So we're just neighbors. Actually, I have first cousins there. I think they stay in Montgomery and Birmingham. No, Montgomery. And the place is really nice. In fact, we went to Birmingham at one point, and it was nice. There's a lot of history there. Have you been to the Philippines? Anyway, so I have about 4 viewers right now. Oh, Montgomery, my goodness. Um, my relatives, my first cousin, in fact, lives there in Montgomery. I actually do not even know where they are. I forgot where the address is, but both of my cousins, they're nurses, and they work in somewhere like VA hospital. Oh yes, I will be visiting there too, and I am really itchy right now to go back. But still, I'm trying to see how that goes because I'm going to Mindanao area, and I do not want to go through Manila. I want to bypass that And because Manila is so strict and you have to have something like accommodation for 2 days, waiting for the result of your test, and then you're going to have to book a domestic flight. I think it is based on your result. And then it's a lot of headache for me to be doing that. And you have to do those accommodation before you even get there. So that's the issue. Um, that's my issue right now, that I do not have to go to the stress through that stress of doing all the paperwork. So it's hard. But you know what? I tried. Thank you for visiting me, huh? Okay, you always been a very good one. Yes, Dale, flying through Manila is a headache, so I would like to bypass that. Now, I wanted to get me a Singapore Airlines to take me to Singapore and then connecting flight going to Davao City, and that's a direct flight from Singapore to Davao City. Although it is expensive, but it's less stressful. But when I went online, they basically, it is the hardest to get a ticket online. That's what it is. I do not even know. I might have to even get a what is this? An agency to do it for me because it is so difficult right now. So it's on. They even advising one way ticket because sometimes they can cancel on you. Um, cancel on you. Sometimes they told me that sometimes they will be canceled about several times before even uh, getting the flight, even if you have already booked. How are you doing, Troy? I hope you're doing okay. Night shift is a very hard shift, but at least you get a little bit of what is that incentive, right? On working night shift. So I had a very good incentive, but I took a lot of cut when I went day shift. But it was a nice time, when I worked days. Dale, yes, a travel agency may help. You are right. There are many cancellations. Correct. Oh, you walk into your car. You have not been home. I mean, you have not even. How long of a drive do you have to do? You've got to be careful because before when I was driving night shift, I nearly had an accident because I slept almost. I was in La La Land, was driving like 60 miles an hour. The grace of God, I was saved doing night shift. I cannot believe I never had any kind of issue. But be careful. How long of a what's this hours do you have to do? 12 hours or 8 hours? Anyway, be careful when you drive, though. Okay. So I will just wait for you later. So go ahead and drive. Dale Daniel, I worked the night shift for almost 10 years. I love it, but was sleepy at the end of my shift. Correct. And I can only get 4 hours sleep. That's my problem. 4 hours sleep, and then it was not enough. When I wake up, I will be very tired. Troy, go ahead and drive, okay? Because he's gonna drive 20 minutes. So Troy, I will be waiting for you later if you're still awake. Okay, be careful. Do not text. Dale Daniel driving home was rough some days. One time, Dale, I'll tell you what, I was driving. I almost hit a mailbox, honestly. And I was pulling over to my driveway and I almost hit a um, what is this? Mailbox. That was so scary. But Dale, I hung black curtains to keep the room dark and I would turn the AC way down. I understand that, which I did. I had a blackout lining. I really tried. I even tried, one nurse even said that she put some aluminum, or I did blackout lining so that it would not look too tacky for me. But otherwise, I made it, and I'm retired now, Dale. Retired as I come. I'm almost 62 years old this coming January, and I will be getting my Social Security, and that will be March, though. I am so happy. Oh, really? You still working, or you already retired, Dale? Let's see what you have here. So, are you planning to go to the Philippines? Are you married with a Filipino, or having relationship with a Filipino? That's kind of a question that a Filipino would say. As soon as COVID allows, my goodness, you're gonna be going home, huh? We might be in the same plane, Dale. The world is so how do you call this? It's very tiny now that everybody sometimes would see each other. I even saw a YouTuber one time. And I said, my God, he's one of the YouTubers in the Philippines. I do not know if you're familiar with Finn Snow. I saw him at the airport, and I even paid for his meals because I was so happy. Dale, I had 9 months relationship with a Filipino, but we are no longer together. Oh, sorry about that, Dale, but it's for the best sometimes. You are 61 and divorced. Well, you are welcome to go back that way, but you really just have to be very careful of who you have to deal with, because there's a lot of scammers there. You might not go too far with. Just be careful with relationship in the Philippines, because there's a lot of nice girls there, and I know them. I know a lot of girls there, and once you marry somebody and you made it 1 year, 2 years, you're gonna be fine. And we usually stick with our man. That I can guarantee. But there's always an exception to the rule. As I have said, there's exception. But just like here, but they're mainly good people, and they are good how do you call this? They're good housekeepers, and they're good housekeepers, and they are good with money. But as I have said, there's some exception. I talk too much, right, Dale? In a way, I'm glad that I have Daniel. Lots of scammers. Yes, I hope to meet someone who is sincere and really wants a lifetime of love. That's right. But anyhow, you know what? What I would suggest, stay away from bars and go to, there's a lot. If you can go like what I was saying, if you go to like the malls, but the malls right now are kind of close. No, they're open, but they're not very, very busy right now. There's a lot of ladies there in the counter, and most of them actually they got good education already. And stay away from too much nightlife, and expect, yes, no bars. Expect good girls. There's some good girls, but most of them are really survivors, and they will do anything. And I've met some ladies that are from like those kind of who had that kind of lifestyle before, and there's some nice ones, but sometimes they're victims of the poverty in the Philippines. Actually, they really do not have too much option, but when you marry them, they're okay. But there's always some people also that are exception to the rule, that they can divert to the same kind of lady you met them. So if it's in the bar, they always want to go back to the bar. And I've known a lot of that here in Savannah, Georgia. Well, you can visit the malls, and there's a lot of girls there that are hard workers, and yeah, desperation of income is really one of those things. And just have to be careful, and you have to really study the Filipino dynamics. And I have already touched that issue, Filipino family dynamics, on how we love our family. Sometimes you have to marry the whole family, and that happens. But it depends on how you handle that. Okay, yeah, I have. You have been to Savannah many times. Such beautiful place. Oh yes, Savannah is a very nice place. It's lots of history. And Savannah, I think Savannah City is one of the oldest city in America, and really planned. Demetrius, how are you, Dem? How are you there? Good evening from Greece. Holy cow! I'm already dealing with people from Greece. Holy moly! Anyway, what's up? Daniel, I have gone diving on Tybee Island. My God, I'm glad that you are alive, because a lot of people dies there because of the trap. There is an area there that is a trap. I really do not know what it is, but anyway, they will go to that area where there is during low tide, and I got to talking here, but anyway, I don't even know how many hours do I have. I think I have 1 hour, but I still have a lot of time. Anyway, I'm glad that you were able to live after diving in Tybee Island, because there's an area there during low tide, and that area is kind of dry, but when it start, the tide would come in, that area you don't have a way of getting out, and it's very deep, and a lot of people would get trapped there, and they die, and they would drown. And about a month ago, we had one that got killed there, and a lot of people gets really um, get drowned. Demetrius, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. We are a burden. We're a burden. Bourdain. We are a Bourdain or burden? Demetrius, during my master, I did not have the time to go out dating. And one day I saw an ad on the internet, and I joined that website. I don't know if it is allowed for me to say. And what did you say? Yeah, you're always allowed to say something, but I do not know what you said. Hey, Demetrius, what did you say? Demetrius, over the span of 3 years, I was involved with some nice girl. Suddenly, nothing worked out. But since 2 weeks ago, I've met the girl from Tagbilaran City, and she sounds like a really great person. Holy cow. I hope it, well, you know what I would say to you? Be careful, because sometimes being a nice girl does not really mean anything. You have to meet the girl, you have to meet the family. And really, I tell you what, right now, you almost have to get you a what's that? Private investigator to investigate who that girl is, because a lot of people can get burnt, you know, just knowing them one time, and then after, when they will really get to the marriage part, that's when it's gonna be a problem. You have to know the girl. You have to listen to my video, that family Filipino family dynamics. I think it's one of those old ones that I have, and I touch all those things, the no, and I have some more few things about the culture of a Filipino. Okay, but they are normal. We generally, the girls are good, and I can testify on that. They're pretty good, because a lot of us are. Most of the Filipinos are very religious, and they believe in karma, and they believe in superpower, which is God. So we have a very close knitted family. Demetrius, yeah, of course. I'm not super excited, but she seems a decent person. Good. I've seen all your videos like twice. Haha. Oh my gosh. Demetrius, I'm so glad you were watching. But private investigator, that's a bit, how can I say, like a bit too much. No, even in US of A, sometimes you have to really kind of search for their background, like the credibility, the credit, because a lot of people can be really irresponsible. But with the girls in the Philippines, watch for the scammers. That's what I would want to do to tell you, because they can be how do you call this? A trained one, a trained scams. Okay, so when you meet them in the internet, there's a lot of success there, but there's always a lot of failure. So, but they are good people, especially go for people from the provinces. They're kind of naive and they're really uh, into family. Okay. Yes, of course. I'm not super excited. I already read that. Demetrius, but private investigator. I already read that. Yes, this is Demetrius. Yes, but how can I look at her eyes if I had someone spying on her? She has also told me some of worst things she had to endure in life. In Tagbilaran, considered a good place, and be honest. I think it's a good place, and there's a lot of that's in Bohol, but there's a lot of expats there that have too much social issue, because you can see that in the YouTube. Okay, Tagbilaran is more like an area where a lot of expat goes, and Dumaguete, but sometimes it can be. I think it's a good place, and it's they do not have very much of like typhoons. But with regards to the people, I cannot tell you that. Okay, but I think that area is almost like suburbs, and the civilization is a little bit laid back, I think. So, all right, that question you had, okay, that thing that you said that the lady had some worse things she had to endure in life. I would say this with that, sometimes you have to be careful also, Demetrius, okay, because people can get sympathy. They want your sympathy. That can be, well, that can be a general conversation, but it can also be a manipulative way of getting people to sympathize with them. But anyway, just look, because you can always tell if the lady is telling the truth. But the only way to know, actually, Demetrius, is meet the lady, meet the people, meet, go to the place where she lives, and go to the barrio captain if you can help it, and get something like a credibility, like to check the credibility of the girl. Okay, if she really stays there in that particular place, and how is the family? Because if you see, Demetrius, we have what we call barangay captains. Okay, if there's an issue in that particular family, like for example, they are known to steal, or they are not good people in the society, most of them get some sort of how do you call this? They're gonna be reported to the barrio captain. They call it blatter. So the barrio captain most of the time has records if they got bad records. And it's easy. You have to go to their place, and then you just look for the barrio captain, or yeah, the barrio captain, or the barrio captain. You go there and ask if there's some blatter reports on a particular family. Okay, so just be careful. And I hope I'm I'm saying this. I'm saying this because I don't want anybody to get in trouble with scammers. And it's all over the world. And sometimes in a relationship, especially with men and young ladies, I do not know, but anyway, you can get easily taken. Okay, so use your head, your common sense. Anyway, so you're planning to go to the Philippines, Demetrius? All right. Bayou Captain, can you talk about a bit more, like what exactly it is and how it works? I would say when you go there, all right, do not marry the girl or propose marriage immediately when you get there. Because sometimes when you go for internet kind of relationship, sometimes you get too far and you will have what we call a man and a woman relationship. So you're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend, and some men would be taken away, and then it's too late, and then you're gonna propose marriage to the girl. So you have to go back there several times, I guess. And then later on, the Bayou Captain is available to everybody there. So you can go there and maybe ask his opinion about it, if there's some blatters or anything like that. But you just have probably to do the Bayou Captain um, situation if you think if you have some doubts, okay? If you're But you will see if the girl is, I think that if the girl would start asking for money or making some stories that a family member is sick or something like that, or they're so poor, normally a girl would not really tell you all of that immediately in the relationship. And then sometimes there's even some way that the man would be taken when the girl would say that she cannot answer your call because one of the family members is in the hospital or the telephone is not working. So you tend to want to talk to her and you ended up sending them money. Okay. So those kind of things you really have to be careful. Honestly, it happens all the time. So and get a lady also that is a little bit educated if you can, okay? So they can help you out in case of emergency. Demetrius, yeah, I know about that. Don't worry. She hasn't said anything about that. I totally understand what you're talking about, and I know their excuses very well, Demetrius. That's why they said that has put our head here on top and our hearts here. Okay? Troy, my goodness, you're back home. That's good. And letting Shaggy out to go party. My goodness, that's why I do not own one. My daughter has been really asking for that to have a dog. I rather have a cat though. We have right now 4 cats. So I had a dog before, but I live in the country, and I have 4 Dalmatian dogs with a bulldog. They're kind of funny looking, but they're outside dogs. In a way, you get you some rest, Troy, okay? And hopefully someday you're gonna be retiring too. You told me you're gonna retire in a few years. So just bear with it, and it's gonna come. Demetrius, to be honest, I told her that I'm still trying to fix my future, etc. I'm a poor guy, and I'm really am. She hasn't complained about it. Very nice, very nice. Um, yeah, fix your future and start thinking about yourself first, and gain a little bit of money there and work, and work first. But Philippines, if you're gonna settle there, you don't really have too much, you know, well, a lot of people there would live off, a lot of YouTubers that I know, they live off sometimes about 1,200 or even 1,000 a month, and they're doing okay as long as your budget would be just like a budget of a Filipino. So Troy, you got a Yorkie? Lord mercy. That's a small dog, right? Yeah, if only I can put my dog outside without digging my garden, it's okay to have one. But they're so hard to take care sometimes. I really appreciate this and I really enjoy talking to you guys. And I limit myself to 1 hour so that you would not get bored. Demetrius, don't get me wrong. I have my studies and my master's degree from London, but I simply can't get a job, etc. So I explained that to her. I also told her that in case we'll be together. And you said also she'll have to endure some bad jobs, etc., to start. Well, Demetrius, is this lady a little bit? Um, I do not know what kind of educational attainment she has. If she's working a little bit to help you both out, that really would be nice. And so that she can be independent on her own. So if in case, and most of the girls there, especially if they have some education, they normally have their own jobs or a little bit of business. But it's hard life right now, especially with COVID. The economy was getting better, and then the COVID started, and then a lot of people had lost their jobs. So as here in US, everywhere around the world. But you must be young though, Demetrius, the way you sound here. Still a long way for you probably to retire. So you are staying now, Demetrius, in Greece? Okay, this is Demetrius. She is working there now, living on her aunt's house. She's looking for a job now because last contract was canceled. You're only 34 years old. You're very young. Yes, you are young compared to me. I'm old, much older. Not young, just a bit crazy, haha. Well, it's nice that sometimes you have to be crazy. Demetrius, yes, I'm in Greece now. Just came back from UK and stuck here due to COVID. My goodness. Troy, how's your weather there, Dean? Holy moly, Troy, I'll tell you what, the weather here is crazy. The other day it was 80 degrees. Now it's about 50, and we started at 40 degrees this morning. And tomorrow I wanted to go fishing tomorrow, okay? And they're calling for 30 degrees. And then if it's windy, I cannot make it. And I really bought some tack. I already have bought a lot of baits. And the last time we went there, I had 30 fish and about 2 dozens of crabs. Can you believe that? And I updated some of my old stock there in my tackle box, and I'm kind of a little bit sad because I cannot do it tomorrow. Maybe Thursday, or maybe the best one will be Friday. They're calling for a better temperature. I do not know if they're gonna bite, but I would like those kind of fish that I got. 30 pieces actually, and we had the best time for our dinner. I like I like those deep fried fish. Demetrius, Jesus Christ, with all those fishes, you are really the breadwinner. Yeah, I'm dependent on my husband this time though. I'm only making little bit of money from my 401k. 401k, by the way, it's retirement funds. In the field in America, you know, especially in nursing, because I was a nurse, and we contribute to our retirement funds. And that time, it's called 401k. Now, I only contributed a little bit of money there. I wish I did more, but I reinvested my other part of my money. So I kind of just tried to put it somewhere else and reinvested that. And it did well. Troy, it's 37 degrees here. My goodness. Ah, we're the same. Not too bad. It's getting warmer here now. Demetrius, yeah, yeah, I know. Same as Greece. My mom also is a nurse. Oh my goodness, she's a nurse, huh? Is she retired yet? Nursing is kind of hard. So getting out of nursing is the best thing I ever did. But being a nurse also is the best thing I did. But I cannot take the stress anymore, especially working in the hospital, taking care of patients. I still can do it, maybe just a like clipboard nurse, paperwork and everything. But I was an ICU nurse. Demetrius, yes, she is retired, but usually call me retired. Yes, that's funny. So she's been retired for a while now, huh? Maybe my age, actually, my age. I'll be 62 in January. You know what? With this live streaming, I think I'm gonna do it a little bit more. The thing is, Troy, one of my subscribers here, he suggested this, and I really kind of think about it for a while because I'm very bad in computer. In fact, I have my daughter um, turn on the webcam for me because I cannot get it started. I'm glad it's successful. If not, you cannot see me here right now. I'll not be talking to you. But anyhow, so Troy, are you still gonna be doing some of your videos? I would like to see you doing live streaming. You have not been doing anything, maybe last month, huh? Yeah, live streaming is, I set it up. This is webcam right now, what I'm doing, but maybe when I hit 1,000, I can do it on my phone. But I feel comfortable doing this in webcam anyway. Demetrius, actually, I wanted to tell you it is nice to have someone like you on the channel. Just simple woman who has seen a lot. Mean to see who has seen a lot and old, right? I really like it. Well done. Keep it up. It is much different than the rest. Well, I talk too much and I give opinion also, and that's what Filipinos are good for. Is sometimes we do unsolicited opinions, and we are kind of a little bit honest. Sometimes we do not have what we call diplomatic, uh, politically what's correct stuff, and you can see that on one of my videos about the vulgarity of a Filipino. Troy, I know I need to make a video, but I'm so busy with work. Yes, Troy, this is a lot of work, but you can do it just once a week just to keep in touch with your subscribers because a lot of Filipinos loves you. My God, you got plenty there in Talia, and you have a lot of people who really loves you. You're everywhere and they know you. So that's the best way to get your subscription up. They just do not see anything posted lately. So you can do it that way, Joy. I will have work 25 days in a row. Oh, Troy, what are you doing with yourself? You better go to sleep, okay? I can understand. Go to sleep, okay? 25 days in a row, you're not human being anymore. My goodness, you're gonna be floating all the time. Demetrius, age is a number. I have seen 18 years old kids being much more old in their ways of thinking that 70-year-old who they encourage you like they are in their 20s themselves. Trust me, age means nothing. I know. I'm getting a little bit senile though, Demetrius, because sometimes I cannot really remember words anymore. Joy, tell us to like and sub on your vid. Oh, by the way, Demetrius, his Troy Future Expat is his channel. You can share that with anybody, okay? And make sure subscribe and comment. But anyway, Troy, I know him. He likes biking. He likes planting, and I like planting. That's why I saw his videos. Troy, it's all good, Dane. I'm doing it for my family. I have 2 kids, still for college. My goodness, Troy. My daughter is about to finish, honestly, but she's still gonna go for master's degree. So I told her she's working as a waitress, and I told her that I would have to. That I told her not to really work hard. She said, "You missed the point, Mom. I want to be independent." And how much are you paid, CK? She said $8 an hour, and I only work 5 days. No, 5 hours a day. So I kind of multiply that, and it max out. Maybe she will get about $13 an hour times 5, and her monthly rent is about $500 plus her utilities and so on. I said no. I said let us take care of that. But she said she's so proud to do it. But anyway, she's almost finished. Oh, thank you so much, Demetrius. You're gonna do that for Troy. So we're gonna encourage him to do one video every week. Thank you, Troy. That's Thank you very much for that. And Demetrius, I want to say something. Don't get me wrong. What is that? What is that, Demetrius? What are you gonna say? A subscriber told me, spit it out. Just say it all. I said, no, I'm not gonna say it all because if I'm gonna say it all, I said I would not have any privacy in my life anymore. So anyway, that was kind of funny. So what are you gonna ask me, Demetrius? Demetrius, girls with high education, they get to see and fight in life, then they feel confident and strong, which is very good. But then they just become really attitude and demanding. Are you talking about the Filipino girls? Well, if you see one of my videos about Filipino girls, why are we so bossy? You know, because that's part of our culture long time ago. Every girl, you mean to say I'm included? Oh no. You know what? Being bossy, I know when to stop though. I know when to stop and shut my mouth when my husband talks, okay? But not all opinion of my husband are correct. So I have to correct him before he makes a mistake with in a nice way. I might be opinionated here, but you know what? I know how to shut my mouth. That's why we're still together. Not bossy, not talking about bossy. Oh, okay, good, good. Yeah, I understand that, what you mean. I cannot, one thing about, if you know about the Filipino, girl especially, we tend to take over sometimes, okay? That's a part of our culture. The women takes over sometimes with the decision making in the family. Okay, it's just sometimes they would sometimes go over, um, or they can take over to solve a certain issue, especially regarding the family income or family finances. Um, just like me, I volunteered to build our house, and my husband was left here in America, and I built my house uh, without him there. So I took that responsibility, but other girls would not do that. A lot of Filipinos do it. Demetrius, it's like I'm working, I'm making money. I'll go spend 1,500 for a new iPhone. Ah, I know what you mean. Well, as long as it's not too extravagant now. But if you're married, I'll tell you what, if you're married, you have to ask your husband first, because I do not buy anything outrageous without asking my husband. It's just a matter of respect, okay? And Demetrius, I find it completely stupid for someone to spend 1K for a phone. Spend 200 and invest the rest 800 for love, for the love of God. Okay, you're talking about you're gonna spend 200 and then invest the 800 to give to the church. How do you do that? I don't quite. I did not understand that. Demetrius, you woman, you are one in a billion. I don't say that cause I want to control her. It's just respect. I understand. In relationship, there's always gonna be respect, okay? And you have to weigh the situation now. When you spend something like that, for 1,500, especially on a telephone, I do not spend that much money on anything. I have to weigh that first. I'm more like, I save a lot of money. Um, just like we sold a certain property one time. I never touched the money. I never even really touched the money. We put it somewhere else, but we did never touch the money. And I did not even buy anything for myself. My bag that I have, I had it for about 1 year. Not 1 year, I'm sorry, for how many years? 6 years. And I'm very low maintenance anyway. So my telephone is only $75. That's this kind of phone here. I had it used. This is used, and I had it for about several years, maybe 2017 when my husband bought this for me, and I'm contented. It's doing the purpose. Why should I buy me a $1,000 telephone? But anyway, you have to that thing when you do 1,500 is outrageous for me actually. Demetrius, invest them in businesses or stock or bonds or shares or this or that. Something that will be creative, constructive. Girls do not think like that, especially educated ones. You are really kind of wrong with regards to the girls not thinking like that. It depends on who you are having relationship with. It really depends because a lot of my friends who are nurses, um, Filipino nurses, they really are very thrifty, very frugal people, and they invest their money. I'm not into stocks. I have to kind of balance it out. Maybe for my 401k, my 401k, I have a little bit of stock here, but I mostly invested it in something else, like maybe real estate. I love to invest it on land because land will not go anywhere. And I made a little bit of money on land. So no stock, no bonds, not very much of that. But I have a little bit. Maybe I would say 20% of my income. I put it there, but not all of it here there because those are money that you cannot see. If in case the stock market goes down, everything goes down. So there you are. So I would rather put it somewhere like real estate that will not go anywhere. Anyway, I only have about 10 more minutes, Demetrius. I do not know, but anyway, I have 1 hour limit here. But I really, yeah, investment on businesses is good and stock, but limit it, I think. But other people they have luck on this. Do not invest in real estate just like that. Okay, right. Real estate investment trust. It is the most secure investment. I'm talking about land. This is land. In the Philippines, they have good. If you can invest in the Philippines right now, if you're just gonna take the risk, it's a good one because the real estate market's going up. So I invest a little bit here in America, but it's not going anywhere. It's so poor right now with the real estate. It's not going anywhere. Nobody is investing in land. Troy, Dean, will you go to the Philippines after this pandemic business is over? Yes, Troy, I would like to do that because I really would like to do some planting. And I have a lot of problem with my house right now. And I have not done very much of that. So my main thing there is get my water situation. Um, my water situation. I'm gonna be building a cistern there, 20 by 20 by 8, and that should give me enough water to last me for 4 months. So I'm gonna have like a cistern that's made of cement, and all the water from my roof would go there because I have a big roof. So nothing is wasted instead of drilling down because the aquifer sometimes would go down the level of water. So I can get it from the cistern. So that's going to be for flushing the toilet, water for my plants, as well as all the other stuff except for the drinking water that I have to buy from the store. And that's the main issue why I have to go there. Demetrius, in the Philippines, I don't know. I'm taking about I'm talking about the West market. Okay, fair enough. I don't know that. Demetrius, you go rest now. Sorry for busting your time so much. Actually, Demetrius, I really enjoyed your time. I really do. Because I learned from my subscribers. They have a lot of inputs. That's why I said start commenting a little bit longer so that I can get your ideas and I can practice communicating again because I really do not have a lot of stimulation here, just being in the house. So you talking to me like this, it really is helpful. So you did not bust my time any at all, and I really enjoy. Troy, I need to try and get over there and start looking for some properties. That would really be nice, Troy. And stay away from well, is your wife is a Filipino anyway. So you can get a little, maybe 5,000 square meter. That would be half hectare, and you can do your thing, your planting and so on. You might want to go with Talia at that area because they have nice soil there. but stay away from the city, okay? Troy, that's a good idea. I would even have a larger water containment system. In fact, Troy, a lot of people use cistern, but they only make a small one. So it's not going to be able to sustain them for during dry season. My sister has a big swimming pool, and she built the cistern from the rainwater. And the water basically is they have a little bit of filtration system that they made, and that helps out. And a lot of expats use the well, and they have this kind of like a cistern that is really very um, um, small. So might as well make it big. And on top of the cistern, by the way, Troy, I would put my dirty kitchen. So that's what I'm planning to do. So it's double purpose. So down, the cistern itself has water, and on top of that, I would use it for my dirty kitchen. And then I'll put a roof there, and I'll put my wash and dryer there. And it's about 20 by 20, so it's big enough. And Demetrius, all right, this is, hey, this is Demetrius. Hey, I got a question, guys, in case you know, outside the relationship, I know Philippines is a country with huge maritime industry. Any ideas or tips on how I can get in touch with it? Well, I do not really have any idea. Um, in Davao City, there is, but they have their own online. I think they have their own website, Demetrius. But yes, they have a huge maritime industry. In fact, there's a lot of seamen from the Philippines abroad. Troy, my wife doesn't like Bohol. I cannot blame her. But I may have the last word. A place in Leyte by family and a small farm in Bohol. Leyte, I'm not sure about Leyte. That I think they got typhoon there, Troy. So you got to be really careful about that. Okay. They were hit one time by Yolanda. Remember that? I do not know exactly what part of Leyte. But Bohol is nice. Just stay away from a lot of that, from a lot of the drama there. Demetrius, I'm totally considering living there and working there if given a job on my field. Sorry for going out of topic. Well, there's always I would say, Demetrius, I do not know if they have even some work there for you, but there's always, you know, nothing, not bad if you're gonna be just you're gonna try, you know, trying always is, I would say, do it if they would be able to accommodate you, you know. So the only way to know is to get there and apply, right? So, Joy, yes, that was in Tacloban side. They live on Bohol side. But yes, there's a chance for high winds and rain. You know what, Troy? I would say you are correct. Um, but you know, typhoon is always there anyway in the Philippines. So Philippines is always very prone to everything. Troy, I think foreigners might have a hard time getting a job in the Philippines. That's what I'm telling Demetrius. It's hard to get because there's a lot of seamen from the Philippines and they're employed outside the Philippines. They're employed by German companies and or American companies, and they're all over the place. In fact, in Savannah, I see them a lot because they will go off into the water for about 3 months sometimes, and they would dock in Savannah, and that's how I met them. So if there's a lot of work there in the Philippines in that field, they would have stayed there. Demetrius, guys, I'm off to eat now. I have really nice to meet you. It was really nice to meet you, Troy. We're waiting to see some of your contents too. And thanks, guys. I'll do my research. Nice talking to you both. Troy, you go to sleep, darling, okay? It's already an hour and I have to go. And I love you all, and I hope you're going to join me again next time. And we have a bunch of topics that we can talk about. Anyway, Troy, get some sleep and God bless you. And thank you all for helping me out, okay? I did a good job, huh? All right, now. God bless you all. God bless. Love you. All right, don't ma'am me, Troy. I'm not too old yet. In a way, I'll be there to support you. You're always supporting me, Troy, and I really appreciate everything. And good luck to you. And try to do some videos, okay? Even just once every week. All right. And thank you. And have a nice day and good luck and be safe. God bless. Bye bye.